Welcome, my friends. If you follow this channel, you already know that layoffs are basically in full-on mode in technology companies. In fact, there has been so much layoff news that I have had difficulty finding time to cover anything else. You have heard about the 50% layoff at Twitter, the 11,000-person layoff at Meta, the 10,000-person layoff at Microsoft, the 12,000-person layoff at Google, and the 18,000-person layoff at Amazon. Yahoo will lay off more than 20% of staff. That is around 1,600 employees. The Yahoo for Business unit is actually being cut in half. The company said about 1,000 of those cuts would occur by the end of the week. This video continues our coverage of the wave of layoffs sweeping the United States. What does it mean for technology companies? What does it mean for Silicon Valley? What does it mean for the economy? And what does it mean for the future of the United States? But before we get into all of that, please press the like button and leave us a comment below. We would love to hear from you. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you are notified of upcoming videos when they are released. So, the news today is that Yahoo will lay off 20% of staff by the end of the year, but beginning this week. Remember Yahoo? I bet you maybe forgot that they still existed. After the disastrous value destruction from a few years ago almost put Yahoo out of business. But, somehow, they are still kicking. But, as a much smaller company. And now, they are laying off employees and getting even smaller. Yahoo will lay off more than 20% of its workforce by the end of 2023. That move eliminating 1,000 positions this week alone. Private equity firm Apollo Global Management acquired 90% of Yahoo from Verizon in September 2021. The company had about 10,000 employees at that time. In the current cut, more than 1,600 workers will lose their jobs. Which implies that the company's current headcount is about 8,000 employees. The layoffs are part of a broader effort by the company to streamline operations in Yahoo's advertising unit. The Yahoo for Business segment strategy had struggled to live up to our high standards across the entire stack, according to a Yahoo spokesperson. Given the new focus of the new Yahoo advertising group, we will reduce the workforce of the former Yahoo for Business division by nearly 50% by the end of 2023, a Yahoo spokesperson said. We will shift our efforts to its 30-year partnership with Taboola, Yahoo said. Taboola is a digital advertising company. These decisions are never easy, said a statement from Yahoo. But we believe these changes will simplify and strengthen our advertising business for the long run, the statement continued. While enabling Yahoo to deliver better value to our customers and partners, the Yahoo spokesperson said, the statement from Yahoo added. Yahoo was originally a search engine and portal. It provided various internet services such as email, news, and weather. It later evolved into a digital media company. It offered content and services in popular areas of interest: finance, sports, and entertainment. In 2017, Yahoo was acquired by Verizon. It became part of Verizon's media division, Oath, which is now Verizon Media. Today, Yahoo continues to operate as a digital media brand. It offers services such as email, news, finance, and lifestyle content. Yahoo's future prospects are uncertain. The digital media market is highly competitive, and it is evolving rapidly. Yahoo faces declining advertising revenue, and Yahoo faces increased competition from tech giants, such as Google, Facebook, Snapchat, and TikTok. However, Verizon Media has been investing in new growth areas, such as e-commerce and virtual events, and it has been focusing on improving the user experience. For example, through personalization on its websites and apps. The company has also been developing new revenue streams through partnerships and acquisitions. Only time will tell what the future holds for Yahoo and Verizon Media. But they will need to continue adapting to the changing market landscape to stay relevant and competitive. The tech world is full of turmoil and change these days. And layoffs, of course. Google finally announced that it will lay off 12,000 people from its workforce. A slew of U.S. tech companies of all sizes have been cutting jobs amid fears of an oncoming recession. Basically, every other tech company has made substantial job cuts. It is clear that Wall Street is rewarding companies that announce layoffs. Tech companies are facing challenges from a number of directions right now. Rising interest rates, inflation, anemic consumer discretionary spending, and overall macroeconomic weakness. This has forced advertisers to cut back on online ad spending. And higher interest rates on cash deposits have diverted investor money away from stocks. Hikes to interest rates from the U.S. Federal Reserve in particular have led to souring appetite for American tech shares. That has clobbered technology shares. The gloomy macroeconomic climate has piled pressure on all public companies to make deep cuts to their workforces and for profits in general. Well, my friends, the Google gravy train is slamming on the brakes. Pressures from practically all directions are forcing Google to cut costs. After years of rapid growth and over-the-top profits and astronomical employee salaries and unreal employee perks and benefits, the biggest names in the tech sector are now heavily in layoff mode. Facebook owner Meta, Twitter, Amazon, Oracle, Salesforce. The macroeconomic environment is weakening. Advertising revenue has slowed dramatically. Inflation is raging in most countries. And central banks are aggressively raising interest rates to fight inflation. Growth at big tech companies has slowed to pedestrian levels and actually reversed in some cases. Meta has seen 2 consecutive quarters of declining revenue and is probably headed for a third. Netflix had 2 quarters of declining revenue before achieving meager growth in Q3. Wall Street analysts are handing out stock downgrades like bathroom passes in a grade school. Shareholders are getting restless. Profit growth has become the new goalpost. And the era of easy money is over. Of course, it's not just the tech sector. All companies are facing rising costs. And they are all battling with challenging macroeconomic conditions. If you follow this channel, you already know the financial narrative of these days. Inflation is raging in many countries of the world. Central banks are aggressively raising interest rates in order to fight inflation. Consumer discretionary spending is weakening as consumers deal with both inflation and rising interest rates. So, corporate marketers are cutting back on ad spending, especially online. Online ad spending is the lifeblood of many big tech companies, especially Google and Meta. So, both companies are being hit hard by these deteriorating macroeconomic conditions. Snap announced a 20% workforce reduction back in August. But the United States is teetering on the brink of recession. And people are having to deal with increasing interest expense for any money that they borrow. Ad revenue from YouTube shrank in Q3 as compared to Q3 of last year. If you follow this channel, you already know that Google is under serious pressure from Wall Street. Activist shareholder TCI Management has said that Google must take aggressive action to trim headcount and salary expense. Google needs to deliver a clear action plan to investors, TCI Fund Management wrote in a letter to CEO Sundar Pichai. TCI Management has a stake in the Alphabet valued at $6 billion. Our conversations with former executives suggest that the business could be operated more effectively with significantly fewer employees, read the letter from TCI. Overstaffing at tech companies is a poorly kept secret in Silicon Valley, the letter also said. 2022 has seen an absolute parade of layoffs in technology companies. Alphabet disclosed median compensation valued at $295,884 for 2021, which is also excessive, said the TCI letter. Historically, Google's compensation has basically been the gold standard in technology companies. We acknowledge that Alphabet employs some of the most talented and brightest computer scientists, the letter continued. But these represent only a fraction of the employee base, the TCI letter added. For non-engineering staff, the letter read, compensation should fall in line with other technology companies, the letter continued. TCI wants Google to increase its share buybacks. The TCI letter drew specific attention to self-driving division Waymo. TCI says that Waymo has failed to justify its excessive investment. Shares in Alphabet have fallen more than 30% so far in 2022. Google employees have become known for a practice, rest and vest. This practice depicted in a fictional TV show called Silicon Valley. Pichai said that he never saw that TV show. But, what do you think? Please leave us a comment below and hit the like button. We would love to hear from you. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you are notified of upcoming videos when they are released. Please share this video on social media. Thank you for watching.